2 years later, Sung Suho, second-year university student, was walking toward his class when a dungeon break occurs. Everyone was bustling, but Suho remained lost in his thought. It was 3 years ago when gates started to appear in the world, causing the world to undergo a huge change. The so-called gates were a passageway to dungeons. However, people also underwent changes as if to go against what was happening. Special ability user that could use mana. The so-called awakened started to appear. An awakened known as Wu Jinwu past buddy, then created the Hunter Association, gathering all the awakened and created a job known as Hunter to end the chaos faster than expected. In a situation where people were divided into awakened and non-awakened, Suho, forgetting his past quickly, realized the gap between an awakened and non-awakened since he was labeled as non-awakened, wondering if he's getting too used to not being able to get what he wants. His missing parents, the fact that his survival relies on others, and the time when it seems like he could do anything, feeling that something he possessed had disappeared and a sense of powerless filled him. He thought about his mom's word that he resembled his father Jinwu. How would his baddest dad would get out of this powerless situation? Lost in his thought, Suho was brought back to life by his teacher praising him of focusing well on his drawing, asking what he was drawing. Suho, who unconsciously drew Beru, one of his father shadows and his best buddies when he was a kid, got appraised by his teacher for its uniqueness. On the other side, the hunter who went to subject the dungeon earlier came out of the dungeon and was bombarded with praise and question as they walked through. Hunter Kim replied that they successfully complete the dungeon raid and has a new information about the monster they encounter that has to be reported to the Hunter Association. The said monster has a humanoid form that could spew blue flames from its mouth. It attacked with its claws and fangs but didn't do much when it comes to damage. While stating the information, he also added being scratched by its attack but decided to not thought of it much when he felt something wrong, staggering as he stand. The police noticing something wrong with Hunter Kim when he drops his armor, the police called for him and was about to ask if he's okay when Hunter Kim suddenly attack him and bite his neck, startling everyone. One of the hunter who went inside the dungeon with Hunter Kim noticed the similarity of Hunter Kim to the said new monster they encounter inside the dungeon was also bite down by Hunter Kim, escalating to reported, and everyone in the scene started running panicked. The scene was like how a zombie apocalypse started by infected biting the uninfected and turning them into one of them. Suho classmate hearing the commotion started to watch from the window, followed by Suho and his teacher. Witnessing people attacking each other, one of the students blurted out the blue lights in their eyes and calling them monster, while the other one thinking of the possibility of dungeon break occurring right before their eyes. The other student calling out for their teacher as is an awakened but was stunned by answering he's only an E rank and can't possibly fight those monsters. Suho on the other side noticed one of the monsters right in front of their building ready to jump and lunges towards them, quickly shouted run. Running away as fast as he could when he saw one of his classmates who can't get up, asking for his help, to which he replies that he'll go and get the hunters to save her. On the midst of running for help, thinking that leaving the girl to call for help was the same as asking for her to die, Suho couldn't shake the feeling of hopelessness when he thought about what would his father Jinwu do in this situation. Suho muttered the courage of saving his classmate in the brink of the attack of the monster. He struck the monster with the fire extinguisher, thinking his father would have done the same, triggering the system. End of chapter 1.